Absolutely. Oklahoma State colleges and universities, they may soon have to ensure that they won't grade based on personal beliefs. Yeah, that was a big talker just recently, and there were many bills inside the Capitol that focused on this, surrounding the story of Samantha Fulnecke at OU.
But as part of that enrollment agreement, they did not say we're going to forego our First Amendment rights.
Personal beliefs and opinions front and center today in the Capitol. You may remember Samantha Fulnecke, the OU student, wrote an essay based on her biblical beliefs, arguing there are only two genders. She got a 0 on the assignment. She appealed, claiming she was targeted for her beliefs. OU officials say they investigated it, finding the teaching assistant's grading was arbitrary. OU removed that TA from their instructional duties. Now, state lawmakers want to prevent another instance of Oklahoma making national headlines for that.
I believe that if a policy like this would have been in place, they would have been better served.
In the House, there's a bill going through that would force institutions to create policies requiring student grading be solely based on academics, which includes attendance, understanding of the content in course, and performance. It would prohibit grading based on opinions or beliefs. If a university didn't adopt this policy, their state-appropriated money could be withheld. The bill's author, Representative Chad Caldwell, didn't say it was totally in response to Fulnecke, but says that's one of many examples, and there was pushback in the committee.
Do you have any concerns about kind of overstepping and directing institutions about how they're going to teach and grade? I mean, we don't have any such requirement on our public schools, to my knowledge.
It's not stating that a professor can't disagree, can't challenge those beliefs, but if you're going to give and you're going to grade, which is an academic exercise, it should be based on academic criteria, not the personal beliefs of a student.
Now, over in the Senate, there's a push to require formal training for teaching assistants before going in the classroom.
We need to protect them. They need to know how to behave and conduct a class, and also then they need to know what the students' rights are.
Now, both of those bills did advance out of those committees. They have many steps before becoming state law, but we'll definitely be following those right here at KOCO. Reporting live, Dakota Wapakichi, KOCO 5 News.